welcome everybody to another fantastic episode of the Magic Through Wrestling podcast. We are already getting the fart noses from Mr. Bill DeMott. Well, you're farting. Why?
There's a giant tugboat coming through the front of my house because I can't even say it anymore. You see the water in the background?
In your shirt?
In my shirt. It's coming into my heart trying to soothe me tonight because I can't take any more of this.
Hey, Bill, speaking of water, okay, today I saw you posted a picture of Billy doing the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah.
You got a nice pool, man, in the mansion. You know, I can't get through security, so I never seen it before. You got the in-ground pool with the hot tub.
Yeah.
I was wondering when I could come over.
Notice how we've never been invited over there, Maury. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Listen, I have, my wife has nice stuff.
Do you spend a lot of time in the hot tub? Like, does that help you with all the
if truth be told, and if I'm nothing else, I'm always honest.
You are?
That is not a hot tub.
Oh.
Or I'll tell you why it's not a hot tub, because when I first came down here, they had a giant propane tank on the side of the house.
Wow.
And I wasn't sure what it was for. And I'm not a propane guy. So I had it removed. Unbeknownst to me, that's what sets up the heat for the hot tub.
Oh, no.
But for all those who do know me, the blood runs hot anyway.
Yeah.
So
and you're 40, so you kind of have a hot tub in every part of the water.
Lacey puts on this. We have solar heating for the pool.
Oh, wow.
For the winter time, it's now 90 degrees and the solar heating is on. So you walk in there with your Epsom salts and you have a nice bath.
That's awesome. Bill, you can't win.
But they do. So a bunch of Billy's buddies got bored.
Okay.
But, so they remember the ice bucket challenge for raising money. Well, now they're challenging each other to whoever doesn't do it has to give up their toilet paper.
Wow.
So all the boys from the team are now challenging each other, and they're going out to other boys they know from around the country who play ball and stuff. So
on the challenge.
Listen, good kids with a harmless little thing, I'm all in. So.
Oh, me too, man. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it cold?
Maury, I challenge you right now to have your wife, to tell your wife to go get you a glass of water.
You shut your mouth.
Right now.
Yeah, I forgot.
No, you have to give her the toilet paper.
I'll give up my toilet paper before I'm going to ask her for another cup of water.
Hey, brother, don't listen.
If I do, I'll get the ice bucket challenge involuntarily.
You notice I haven't the past couple episodes. I've been staying away from the toilet paper because it's slowly coming back, and and never once was the DeMott household in danger of toilet paper. I just am so frustrated that why toilet paper was the thing that was so.
I know
that people held so dear.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Well, I agree with you. I think it's because you take your first bowel movement at work, maybe 2 or 3.
It's the weirdest thing ever. So now I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is people are gonna start buying them bulk again.
I got lucky because I think I told you guys this. Crystal, my wife, she before the whole pandemic, we were low, so she stocked up, and she stocks up to such a good degree. We haven't needed any in months. So we're blessed. I tell you what though, I was at Winn-Dixie the other day. They're still out, which Winn-Dixie, Florida is for people who don't know, it's like a popular grocery store.
I'm just gonna go after the powers that be, and I'm just not gonna have a use for toilet paper next time.
There you go.
I'm not falling prisoner to this again.
Just throw it at their house.
What are you going to use in substitution?
I'm not gonna have a bowel movement.
He's protesting that.
Protesting bowel movements. Good.
Yeah, I'm done.
He's out.
I'm out.
I love
That
it.
is a nice waves. I feel very
That is.
calm right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can aggravate Bill.
No, listen, I'm not getting at. Look at the scenery.
No.
Go ahead, give it a shot. What do you got?
So we talked about Oreos,
Yeah,
talked about 31 flavors of Baskin Robbins.
yeah.
So it's taste, right?
Bill's
I got one this
leader.
week. I got one this week that I know y'all can get behind.
Okay.
You ever go to Chipotle?
No,
Chips and guac.
nope.
And guac. Neither one of you? Okay. Well, I say we need to double the size of the guac that Chipotle gives you.
Do you know why you don't go to Chipotle?
Why don't you go to Chipotle?
Because years ago, Chipotle had the fungus among us, and they shut them all down.
Yeah, but that
Did
was
that really happen? E.
They
coli?
shut them all down
yeah.
because they were unhealthy.
It is absolutely healthy to have grilled chicken.
That's not gonna get me worked up. I could give a tinker's damn about Chipotle. Moving on.
Well, and I lost that week.
Hey, Bill.
Here you go. How about wait? Right. What is the what's the cereal? It's wheat on one side and sugar coated on the other. Right?
Shredded wheat?
Yeah. Shredded wheat. You know, it's
The orange box.
no, it's got it's what I gotta Google it.
It's like the frosted wheat.
See if you
Yeah,
guys
it's like
Google it,
frosted-
strike two.
Frosted wheat, right? Why don't they put the frosting around the entire wheat? Because they do like a Pop-Tart, right? You ever have a good frosted Pop-Tart? But the
Yeah,
frosting,
but the Pop-Tart's not frosted on both sides.
yeah, I know it should be. It should be frosted on both sides.
Not disagreeing. Moving on.
I do like good Pop-Tart.
Now, is the Pop-Tart meant to be hot, or is the Pop-Tart meant to be eaten right out of the packet?
No, you got to
It
eat it right
depends. It depends on the type of Pop-Tart and what time of day it is, and your beverage consumption.
That's what the Pillsbury toaster strudel's for. You don't want to put a Pop-Tart in the microwave for the.
If you have to manually put on the frosting,
Too much work.
you don't belong doing it.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not down for it.
Up next, I'm not getting upset about this. This is a nice conversation. I'm peaceful, calm.
Yeah.
The water's
Oh, this is good. I'm impressed, Bill.
Listen,
It's the waves. You need to have those waves in the background more often.
I hear the waves all the time.
That's why he's so serene.
I'm serene. My
Serenity
hair is
now.
growing. My beard is everywhere.
I'm impressed.
I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm become a wilderness guy.
Like a mountain man.
Zen master.
Yeah, just Buddha Bill.
With like a big
What
staff.
should be your next gimmick, Bill?
There's no need for gimmick. I'm retired.
Yeah. So when you come back, that should be your next gimmick.
Life's a gimmick.
You should be the Zen master. You could be. You got like the Taskmaster.
Yeah, I already served under the tree of woe. I got it all. I got all the knowledge. I don't need anymore.
What we'll do, Bill, is whenever you come out for the next show, we're going to project waves on you.
Waves are. It's very kumbaya.
Bill, there's not a lot of. Well, actually, I should say there is a lot of kumbaya with people.
Well, can I tell you where the kumbaya stopped for me yesterday, Bill?
Where?
It stopped with Jimmy, but do you want me to tell you what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So Jimmy's like, hey, this person needs help moving, right? And I think it's a relative. Well, it turns out it's like 12 people removed, and then it's like friends removed, girlfriend who's single. I don't know. I don't know the story. But we get there. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Who comes up to me very closely, who I have to ride with the whole time? This lovely lady, but she's a quernavodka nurse at the hospital.
What?
And we're not wearing any masks. So, Jimmy, if I get it, I'm putting it out here right now. That
Wait a
lady was
minute.
very nice.
Where was Jimmy?
He was there. He hugged her.
In the same car?
No, I rode with her, but whenever we were moving at the apartment, Jimmy went up and gave her a hug, and neither of them had a mask or gloves. And I was next to her the whole time. I'm like, oh, we're exchanging pleasantries. What do you do? What do you do? And then she's like, oh, I'm a COVID nurse at the hospital. Oh, well, say that in passing. I'm telling you, Jimmy, I better not come down with it.
Jimmy, what do you have to say about that?
You're looking a little flushed. So here's everything that he said is complete 100% truth. So
yeah, I ain't making it up.
Bill's face right now. So these were some really good friends of mine.
And they were lovely people, but
yeah, I grew up with these people. One of my very, very, very dear friends, who's a police officer down south, his sister-in-law lost her job due to COVID and had to relocate from her house and needed some assistance, right, with some big stuff. We had a friend that was supposed to come with us. Well, he has the corona, so he's in quarantine. So I said, Maury, can you help me out? I need an extra hand. Come with me. Yeah, okay, cool.
You know me, I'll do it.
You ain't got it yet.
Yeah. So we go over there, we help. It was just really the big pieces, and we got a really good lunch out of the deal.
Amazing.
Right? I mean, you may die, but that's besides the point. Well, did you die? So.
Okay, so we're clear going forward. Just so we're all clear. We're all friends here. Think the world of both of you. You say, Bill, I need help. I'm in the car before you finish the sentence. But for all these ham and niggas who got the hot shoes, move your own damn dresser, figure it out, or stay because you got a better chance of meeting God before you got me coming over and lifting your refrigerator.
Listen,
I might be doing that.
I make my own damn lunch.
Bill, I almost called you last time I moved in like November, and
you called me instead.
I called Maury instead. I'm like, Bill's a busy person.
Yeah, Bill's busy in the pool.
Bill's busy in the pool.
With summer heat.
I will take you up
or not. Never
I was like kind of excited because it was my first social outing since this whole thing went down.
And nothing about it drew a red flag to you.
To me?
Yeah.
I was waving the red flag.
But you went anyway.
I didn't know until I get there and she's hugging on Jimmy.
Now I'm just mad at your wife.
And then we're talking with you.
It's not even your fault anymore. I'm just mad at your wife.
She didn't know. Jimmy,
of course she knew. She said I do. Of course she knows.
No, Jimmy left that part out.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Oh, and here's the kicker. There was about like 12 people there, all gathered, without any masks or anything. So I wasn't even needed. Yeah, we broke the 10 people rule.
The idea is to be leaders in the community. Not to be remembered as a leader in the community.
Exactly. Well, it was so funny because whenever we're standing around the kitchen waiting for the truck to come back, and then it's me and like a couple girls and Jimmy and his friend's got like his big mask on, right? And I'm like, this guy's really cautious. Well, no, duh. His wife is the COVID nurse at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
He was smart about it.
Let me clarify some stuff. We and her had a long conversation, and I asked her, I said, hey, so what is your take on this? What do you think? Well, what have you seen on the front lines? And, what are you really seeing where, because she's in the epicenter in Palm Beach where it's like really bad, right? And what she was basically saying is, honestly, they're not seeing a lot of it now. They are not seeing people come in with corona. They are seeing people come in with other types of illness or injuries and coincidentally finding corona by accident. A lot of people are being asymptomatic. When the blood test starts to check for the antibodies in this thing, I want to be first in line. I want to take my blood because I'm convinced I had it like in February. She's not worried. She's practically a doctor.
Is that you checking out, or is that
I want someone who understands how this works to come to the counter.
Crystal.
Yo.
How I'm sitting here now, anywhere in the country, if you're over the age of 18, you're considered an adult. We all know that if you're an adult, it doesn't mean you've lived and experience and this and that, but whatever the case is. But I also know that everybody in this conversation is also over the age of 20. So now they've seen a little bit more. Then I'm going to go as far as everybody in this conversation is over the age of 30. Am I correct?
I'm 31.
31. Jimmy, 33. 35. Bill, 20 years older than that. Crystal.
32? No.
Thank you so much. Everybody in this conversation has cable TV. How do I know? Because when I go to Maury's mansion, Frozen's on the thing, or Jimmy's watching shit on the thing. And they play video games. But that, nevertheless, all over the country, there's a pandemic. Jimmy goes to the heart of Florida, finds someone on the front lines dealing with these people daily.
Yeah. Just to test it, how good his asthma is.
Knows a girl who knows a girl who knows a girl who's been a friend for knows a girl who's going to make a great lunch, who says, it really ain't that bad.
Jimmy's trying to test out his asthma.
Jimmy, who had the flupus back in February for 16 weeks.
That's why he missed so many of our shows, and he has to make them up in the back end of his
now
career.
decided to bring in Maury. I say to you both, I'm shocked and appalled by your behavior.
I would do it to say it to him.
The next one of you two who tells me there's really nothing to worry about, I will drive to your house.
I'm worried, Bill.
I'm on and punch you both in the throat.
I'm worried, but let's see if Jimmy's lunch could make up for it.
He hung
I
up.
don't think so.
He hung
We
up.
didn't tell you about the lunch, which was good, but if I die, I'm not going to remember it.
What kind of lunch?
How about
Jimmy?
the lunch, Maury?
What's that?
How about the lunch, Maury?
Okay, so it was called Orlando Meats.
Orlando meats.
Orlando Meats. You ever hear this place, Bill?
No.
Downtown. It's a butcher shop that sells burgers and sandwiches.
For takeout.
Yeah.
Are you calling me?
Oh, he ate there.
It was.
Hello?
In the epicenter of things, really, it's not that bad, Bill.
Yeah, but we're on the. Yeah, but we're talking about it over here.
What do you
Yeah,
call
I
it?
tried
That
to break
private
news.
conversation about the burger?
No, but we're.
What's happening now is happening now, Bill.
So what's happening for the listeners and not the viewers
He's
is,
called me on my phone.
what did he say?
He says it's not that bad.
That's Jimmy. He would say that.
But we're talking over here.
Yeah, he could see your picture, Jimmy.
I'm
I can see my face because it's a picture.
gonna hang up the phone. My phone is going off.
And Jimmy called you, but he's talking to you on the computer.
So he's whispering over here, so the Bill on TV can't listen. So he's playing me against myself now.
And now you're making him sound crazy, Jimmy.
Now I feel like I'm having two different conversations. He just whispered to me, "You come in the fucking phone."
And what he said, it's not that bad?
Sorry.
He said it's not that bad?
You feel like Kumbaya, Bill?
No, kumbaya.
Jimmy, tell him about these burgers.
Why is it called a pandemic?
I don't know.
And never mind.
Why are some things an epidemic?
Yeah.
Something's a pandemic.
Oh, I don't know.
Why?
Oh, no. I need the answer.
Oh, my wife phoned a friend. She said pan
Crystal?
all.
Isn't pan sub-Latin for all?
He's giving you some kind of facial hint.
But what does epi mean? Some?
That I don't know.
This is for next week's episode. I need answers.
we need to do a research, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm on the keys now. This episode will have.
Call the COVID nurse.
Hey,
Yeah, for the love of it. So you went and had the world's best burger
With the COVID nurse
with the COVID nurse.
and about 12 other people all jammed into this little place. So whenever we were there, we were ordering, and I think people were like so upset that there were that big of a group that came in, so they back up, and they all had masks. We didn't. They back up, and then they all like huffed out, kind of. Let me tell you, Bill, I should have taken a mask. I should have taken gloves. I didn't know I was going to be eating a still mooing burger with the COVID nurse. And his burger was good, but it was like so raw and rare. How do you like your burgers?
Now you got botulism, for the love of Pete.
Yeah, I know. I only ate around the edges where it was most done.
So this was a total wash.
Oh yeah. Well,
I like my burgers. I could eat a rare burger, medium rare. I like my steak rare.
I like medium rare. I'm a medium rare guy. I
I
like
like blood on it.
yeah. Rare's a little bit too much sometimes.
But I also like to be able to taste it, chew it, and be able to digest it without having the honka loogie and having the coronas sneaking up in my ears.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's what I tried to tell him. So thank you for sympathizing.
Oh, I feel bad for you, but at the same time, I feel like you should be punished.
Yeah, that's because I'm guilty by association.
You fell for the Frankism.
I did.
You got jimmied.
A second time I helped him with a moving situation. The first time he goes, I need you to help me from a third floor apartment to another third floor apartment.
Well, usually when he needs assistance, it's because his part is he's on his phone trying to figure out something else that has nothing to do with what he's doing now.
Like he's doing right now. That's why we're hearing him. So
this has been very uneventful.
I have answers.
Okay, pandemic.
I was right. Pan is a prefix meaning all. Epi is a prefix meaning near. So it's an epidemic when it's kind of localized. It's a pandemic when it spreads widespread.
And who makes that decision?
Well, that I don't know.
get back to your research.
Just like now you're asking.
No. This is a great conversation because this is down your alley a little bit.
Yeah.
So while I was doing, where'd she go?
I'm here. So it's just,
So
I disappear.
while I'm doing my homework, as I always do, I am in the middle of a war with an epidemic
Mm-hmm.
in drunken impaired driving
Mm-hmm.
that affects all, but is perceived it only affects a chosen few.
Wow.
So why wouldn't you just call it a pandemic?
Right.
That's true, because you do call it an epidemic.
Because we as a nation and as a society would then have to agree that there's a problem.
So the official Merriam-Webster definition of epidemic versus pandemic is a disease can be declared an epidemic when it spreads over a wide area and many individuals are taken ill at the same time. If the spread escalates beyond that, an epidemic can become a pandemic, which affects an even wider geographical area and a significant portion of the population becomes affected.
That sure sounds like what drinking and driving is, Bill, and impaired driving.
Well, and it's just funny, and I'm sure people would have the same. Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
I'm sure that people would have the same conversation with depression, smoking cigarettes, things like that. And while they should, that's not my hill I'm battling. But I've found it funny that I kept hearing pandemic over the past couple of weeks. So I sat here and I started to do my homework and go, well, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. It's perception. It's perception.
Yep.
So I threw numbers at my family the other day, and I'll throw the numbers at you real quick, and then I'll get off my.
Please. This is the important stuff.
So, in the Vietnam War,
Mhm.
in that 10-year period, or is it the Korean War? 10-year period. I think it was the Vietnam War. 52,000 Americans were killed.
That sounds like the Vietnam War, yeah.
Countries up in arms, bring them home. This war is unfair. All these things, all these protests. It's in history books. You'll see videos on it. All these things. It's the biggest
Rainbow,
thing.
they make movies.
Right. It's the biggest thing going in the country and in the world. In the same 10-year period, 250,000 people, 52,000, 250,000 people in the same 10-year period lost their lives to drunken impaired driving. Where's the protest? Where's the riots? Where's the rallies? Where's the conversations? Where's the armored guard? Where's the National Guard? Where's the president? Where are all these people speaking of it? So you start to do these numbers and go, what does it take and who does it really affect? And I think when you start to break it down to people, judges, lawyers, people, well, let me put it in your terms. A pandemic, right? And then you explain the pandemic and have them look it up. And then but drunk driving is an epidemic that we can control. So it's an epidemic because
Perception.
no money, and here's the other thing, there's no money to be made against stopping drunk driving.
That's true.
There's no money to be made.
No, the money's in the the interlocks and in the attorneys and all that kind of stuff.
So when you even go to tell them, hey, like I did this past year when we wrote Keri's law and the bill actually made it to the House, and one of the biggest things is they want to know, well, what's the financial obligation of the state on this law?
There isn't any.
Not a thing.
Financial burdens on the offender.
Nothing. Oh, well, then let's talk. But going back to the initial conversation, that's why I was kind of having a little fun with it. But and again, Crystal, thank you. Pandemic, epidemic. Why is this a pandemic? Why isn't every year the flu a pandemic then?
Yeah.
Why isn't
Well, I personally, I think that one of the issues that we have is the flu and things like that. We've known about. This is the first time that we don't know about things, And this was something new to society that we didn't know how to combat. We didn't know what to do with it.
No, you got people coming out saying they were talking about this last year.
Well, yeah, sure they were in like December.
They knew it was out in China. They knew what was going on, and because it didn't affect us at the time, we didn't look into it.
That's why it's called COVID-19.
There's multiple COVIDs.
Yeah, well, this is a novel coronavirus.
2019.
Oh, 2019.
Right. Which
Wow.
COVID stands for coronavirus.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let's get rid of the quernavodka virus.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Why is it okay? And why is so much money and why is so much time and effort being put in by the ASPCA to show shivering dogs and one-eyed cats and skinny cats and all these things?
I've never seen anyone on cats.
For 19 cents a day or $68 a month, we'll get you a t-shirt and we'll give you a calendar. Why is that okay to put on? Because you're pulling at people's heartstrings. But yet, why is it not okay for me to stand up in a room full of grown men and women and ask them why they're drinking at a Christmas party and enjoying to drive themselves home.
Yeah.
So make a
Have
calendar
we?
with dogs and cats on it, and have them posing with a "No More Empty Seats" sign, and you'll.
Oh, yeah. Let's tap
Or-
into their world.
Or I'm going to do what I've been doing is that I keep filming it. And I'm going to go to every mile marker I see and stop and take pictures of it with the names and introduce Keri Ann that way. And I'm going to get it on TV.
That's right.
You absolutely. I believe in you, Bill.
Yeah,
But
we got
back
you.
to, wow, that's why do we talk about that?
I think that we absolutely should film a commercial.
And I feel so terrible about, but I passed for a long time I felt guilty about comparing these. Like I look at, I'm anybody who knows me, Jimmy, been to my house
Yeah.
when I had 3 dogs.
Yep.
So I'm a dog guy.
Yeah, Bill loves animals.
I love animals and all that stuff. So when I see that stuff, is it upsetting? Yes, but my mind doesn't go there. My mind goes instantly, why are we not doing? Why is it okay for some things? It's not okay. Why is it okay to show a starving kid in Africa and give us $10 and we'll give him a net so he doesn't get malaria?
Yep.
Why is it okay to tug on those heartstrings?
Because America likes fixing other people's problems before they're.
Well, we're gonna learn quickly. We better start fixing ourselves. Anyway, that's my how we got there. I got there because I got mad because Maury went and had a burger that he didn't even finish.
He finished the hamburger.
No. I remember I said, "Hey, this is really rare," and then I just started eating around it, like the edges.
It's called a medium rare burger.
That was rare.
Delicious. It was freaking delicious.
Even my burger.
How do you cook your steak, Bill?
Put the peanut in the peanut hole. Billy's joke for today. What did one hot dog say to the other?
Jimmy?
And we share buns.
Nice wiener.
That was a good one.
That was good.
11 years old.
Oh, that was good. Hey, Bill, did you read that script I sent you?
Buddy. So
No.
not only did I read it,
Threw it out.
what a buildup. Sat the family down. I says, I think I accidentally lit a roaring fire under Maury's ass because he liked this project idea. So Casey right away, what'd you do to Maury? What did you say? Like right away, did I do something wrong? So no, Maury's fine. Lacey, what you done? So we talked about it. Then you sent it. Lacey, what was the line? Oh, geez. Lacey goes, does Maury really think that you would ever say, oh, geez? I said, he's just paraphrasing. Anyway,
Yeah, just
I love it. I love it. I'm looking forward to, I know I sit here with a smile on my face and you got a smile on your face and who knows what smile Jimmy has on his face. I'm looking forward to doing something with this and shooting it because, and to me, it's like anything else. You read it and then your mind starts going more.
yeah.
I thought it was a great start, dude. And I thought just one for taking the time to do that was amazing.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I started really thinking like, whenever I wrote the script, I'm glad you didn't take it like completely for face value because obviously it wouldn't be a scripted thing,
Right,
but I had to write one to show you what I was thinking. But I thought, man, what would really just kind of set Bill off? And then the story that I sent you, just to start the show to introduce you guys, I thought would be a good way to go.
That'd be the funniest pilot episode ever.
Exactly.
No,
And that was
it
just
would be
a scene of it. Of what
funnier than Seinfeld.
Yeah, I'm in. I love it. I think it's great. I can't wait to see what
Now we just gotta get this pandemic over with.
pandemic.
We'll start filming.
So I uploaded the Build 'Em Out experience to SoundCloud.
Okay.
I submitted the first one to iTunes. I haven't heard back yet.
How long does it usually take? It took us like a week. It says it takes up
So
to
once
Yeah.
I think
once I do that to SoundCloud, will they automatically just go to iTunes?
If
Yes.
you keep putting you on SoundCloud, yes.
Here's the
So
thing
I
though.
just put it on SoundCloud. I don't have to put it on iTunes.
Correct.
But you do have to write a description that meets so many characters, otherwise they won't accept it on iTunes. I think it's nothing major. You know, you just have to write a synopsis that.
It's not bad.
Well, think of one of the things, I do on our episode is, I always have a staple, links for social media, links for like foundations we support. So that fills up space.
I think that here's a new rule.
Bill.
What? What's your new role, Bill?
Here's the new rule. When like Crystal was talking, so that's Maury's screen. So Jimmy and I have to do some kind of faces. And then when I'm talking, you guys have to do some kind of faces. And then when Jimmy's
Face is
talking,
right there.
we have to do some kind of faces.
There's my face right there, with my world championship belt, ringside Monday Night Raw.
You used that picture last time. Now people think you just don't care.
No, I care very much about that picture. That's why.
People think you wear the same shirt. People think you're wearing the same shirt every episode.
Yeah, the ocean's coming through my chest.
I like it, Bill.
As long as a tidal wave doesn't come along or Jaws, you should be good.
I would give anything for an octopus in the ear right now.
Bill, I like octopus. Speaking of octopus, right?
Calamari.
You made me laugh so much last night, Bill.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Did you go to
I
TikTok?
was dying.
You know, on TikTok?
I put the sushi dinner on TikTok.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go on. I don't know. I'm actually gonna download TikTok just to follow you, Bill, because this sounds amazing.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Oh, it's only got 165 likes.
But you have over 120,000 followers on Twitter, so I don't want to hear it.
156.
Okay, well there you go. Who's counting?
I lost a lot of followers. I did a cleansing.
Good.
I'm doing a cleansing on Facebook too.
Jimmy, I'm sorry, he's gonna get rid of you.
Well, a buddy of mine, and I say this, he's a buddy of mine. I've known each other for a long time. His father, Jimmy, is Jose Estrada.
Oh wow.
From back in the day. So I got to train with Jose Estrada and all the brothers, all the sons. So this is one of the sons, and he's moved to Florida. We talk and we're on Facebook and all this stuff, but he's always shooting videos while he's driving. So the one time I told him, I said, brother, I sent it right out. I'm like, brother, you got to do me a favor. What are you going to do if this is the last thing people see? Come on, man. I don't care how old your kids are right now. What's your wife going to think?
Yeah.
How important is this video? He writes me back. He goes, oh my goodness. He goes, Bill, no disrespect. I said, it's not about me. It's about you. I promise. I never even thought about that. I'm done. I won't do it. The other day he was on the video, boom, off. Because that's not the last thing I want of him on my Facebook.
Yeah. You want to remember. Yeah.
So I just said I was going to go through. Listen, I'm not saying you're off my Facebook because I don't like you. That's pretty much what I am saying. But
well, but you still acknowledge nobody's perfect. But
listen, no, I get it.
What you want to see.
And I tell people, I said there, we're going to go through the Facebook, and it's with all the things that we're doing. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be the last thing that shows up on my memory or that day in the morning or first thing,
And you only get to have so many friends on there before they cut it off. So you want to make sure the people that should be your friend on there.
I just lost a buddy of mine, grew up with him, and his brothers. We just lost to the corona.
Wow.
His brother's the mayor of back home in Paramus, and they just announced he battled it 3 weeks with the ventilator and stuff, and And he passed away this week.
Oh man,
this
I hear that.
And you sit there looking and go, I just don't want to wake up to that stuff. It's not why I'm on there.
Yeah.
So, and he sent me a message. He goes, "Did you block me?" I said, "No, I didn't block you. I took you off." Love you, man. Smarten up. Shoot me a text. Let me know how you doing.
Yeah.
But I can't have that stuff, and I think it would make it terrible if you're a statesman for that stuff, and then to have it on your Facebook page would be productive. So.
I'm sure it's like being an anti-smoker advocate, but Marlboro is your sponsor. It's like it doesn't make sense. So I get it. It makes perfect sense there.
Yeah. What else happened this week?
Oh, I got some news. I got some news here.
I know. I got afraid, but in a good way. Hopefully,
as you should, in a good way.
Okay.
So I entered in a contest. In case you have not seen it, so I need the fans of Magic the Wrestling.
I shared it.
On this?
Say again, Maury?
I just said, could you elaborate on this contest for everybody, especially?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna put it in there. So it is called America's Hidden Talent. It is sponsored by Law Enforcement Today. It is a at-home talent competition for first responders, veterans, military, police, fire, and the families of anybody in those categories, right? So there's a kid category, there's a teenage category, adult category. And
you're in the adult category, right?
Say again?
You're in the adult category?
No, they got me in the under 12 because
I'm just checking. Hey, sometimes people shave years off their lives. I don't know.
So our good friend and friend of the foundation, I saw it on his website, Vinny Montez.
Big Vinny.
Big Vinny had entered in. And I'm like, I think this is a good opportunity for Jimmy Rook to throw his name in the hat. So Jimmy Rook is throwing his name in the hat. And starting tomorrow, I don't have the link. So on the 28th, April 28th, you can go online. I don't have.
I was trying to find it real quick.
Yeah, we'll find out. But you go online and you can start voting for your favorite hidden talents. So I put on there something very near and dear to my heart. My extreme couponing routine, torn and restored newspaper. It's something I've worked on and has closed my show for the last 5 years.
What show is that, Jimmy? Where can they find you?
If you want to see it live, you can see it at the Out of Control Magic Comedy Dinner Show for $29.99. You can try to get pizza, salad, soda, wine, beer, dessert, unlimited laughs, limited fun. So, or as our friend Badass Billy Gunn would say, if you want to hear that, play it in slow motion.
Hey, Bill, some elderly guy asked him about his show yesterday. He said it just like that. I think the guy, his head blew.
Every time I've been with him, he does it the same way.
You never even slip up either. You never tongue twist. You do it perfect. Me and Bill just go, blah, 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 blah.
What if you got to fly to California to do it?
He might be coming to California with me this summer.
I was talking more about the other day. Oh, Lord. Hang on, guys.
So.
Hello.
Are you good, Jim? He might have a call. Are you there, Bill?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, so we know how Jimmy's terrified of flying, right?
Yes.
Got this big wrestling event in California that I'm going to talk about once we get things narrowed down a little bit more. But Jimmy's talking, how he wants to expand and go to the West Coast with his act, and he wants to see all these places for Magic. So me and my wife, we're going to California for this big wrestling event, and we're trying how to get Jimmy on a plane with us to go down.
No way.
How great would that be to get
just to get him on the plane?
Yeah.
Well, there'll be 3 of us dragging him.
Yeah. And then we're going to Disneyland too. Bill, why don't you come with us?
I don't. I'll drive.
If we all did a road trip, oh my gosh.
I'd drive.
Hey, you could hit up some West Coast schools.
That's far. That San Francisco's a far drive.
I've never been to San Francisco.
Really?
I've been to Disneyland once for 3 days. I was in, I guess it's Orange County or whatever.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my only West Coast ever. I had
nice. The one thing I didn't do out there, I didn't go to Alcatraz.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Do you like the West Coast?
I don't. California's right up there with Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, it's like its own country, right?
Yeah, I don't care for it.
Thankfully, though, WCW didn't really run the West Coast like a super ton, right?
We always ran it stupid.
Because
Like we instead of running like the whole loop that way, we'd have live events in like Delaware and fly to TV to Vegas to come back to do live events in the East Coast, and all of a sudden we have no TVs on the West Coast anymore, so our live events were on the West Coast.
wow, that would have been annoying.
That guy who did that,
Okay, sorry.
the guy who ran that was a big peckerhead.
Jimmy, instead of flying Bill, you, me, the girls, we're gonna road trip to California, and Bill's gonna go speak at schools.
I did
Love it. Can we leave tomorrow? Bill, how many times have I said we're going to buy you an RV?
Now I'm working on it.
He knows he has to because I don't like flying.
So this thing starts on the 28th.
March 28th, you could vote on it from the 28th through May 3rd, and then the top 3 in each category goes to a celebrity panel of judges, and then the winner is selected, and I think it's like a $500 Amazon gift card or something.
I want to be a judge. So you only get to vote for, let's say, I'll use you, and so I get to vote once in each category, or just for one person?
I don't know yet. I'll find out hopefully tomorrow.
Find out how many times a day you could vote. Sometimes
I shared it on Facebook today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
me too.
need to push it out tremendously starting tomorrow for people to vote. I can get everybody's support. Listen, for those of you that know me, I don't enter into magic things, or I don't enter into competitions like this. I don't ever do it. The last time I did it was America's Got Talent. That was 10 years ago. But
you could have won.
2 things brought me to this. Number one, through Law Enforcement Today. It's a good, reputable company, and supporting of law enforcement and our military and our veterans, and I appreciate that. Veterans Tickets is another sponsor of this. First Tickets, again, big supporters of military and fire and police. And I saw Vinny's name. Vinny's not going to put his name on something that isn't reputable.
Yeah.
Now let me throw my name in a hat here.
Good for you, man.
You should win it pretty easily, Jimmy. I mean, I know there's a lot of talented people in law enforcement, but I mean, you were in America's Got freaking Talent, so hopefully you win.
You never know.
Now,
You never know.
2 things I want you to do.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
All right. I need more. I need a pizzazzier shirt.
Alba.
I need some sparkle, some shabazz, some.
Bill, you want to go shopping when this is over? You can get me a new costume.
Maybe. And I don't want you to look up in the air. Can you see my eyes?
See your eyes.
Watch this. During the one rip, you did this.
Yeah, well, Bill, you could be my director, producer, more video.
I see everything.
You're good.
I look for everything. This kid's going to be a star.
It's like Ace Ventura. He's good, but with my help, he could be the best.
No.
I
Hey,
love that line.
he's really good. And if he listens to me, he'll never make the competition.
Oh,
I love that thing. You do that really well.
Thank you, man.
yeah, I'm really excited.
I want.
You know I'm a fan of your magic. I'm not putting that over. You're a fan.
I know, man. I appreciate it.
I love your magic, Jimmy,
I
man.
can't wait for you guys to see the new stuff that I'm working on once it's all said and done.
I cannot wait, and I hope that you're in California with me putting on a show.
You touch base with that guy.
I'm going to. I'm absolutely going to. I'm going to send him a message tonight. I appreciate you.
Yeah, say Bill
Again?
said, yeah. Say Bill
Okay.
said to get in touch with you.
Cool. You know, I'd never do that without your permission. Like, I don't interrupt, but cool.
If you notice, Bill, we're the only ones I don't think I've ever asked you for anything.
Okay.
Never tried to.
Because you may be the only two who realize I have nothing.
You
No,
can ask
but
us a lot, Bill.
Crazy umbrella.
please, Bill, we're the 2 biggest humorous marks in the world.
My and everybody else who knows me knows my wife has everything. I have nothing.
Do you get asked for a lot of stuff, Bill?
What's that?
Do you get asked for a lot of favors?
I'll say like it used to be a lot worse.
I can imagine. But we don't like to be those guys that pile on to that.
It used to be a lot worse. Like I could say honestly, and I don't mean it to any other way, but just like if I could probably have half the money back that I loaned out.
Yeah.
Or favors that got made you look bad, I'm sure.
Yeah. I my hot tub would probably be working right now.
Yeah.
So, Bill, here's a question real quick, and I think we're running out of time, and so this would be a good segue here. Bill, what is the craziest favor somebody has ever asked you to do in the world of professional wrestling? Whether it be another wrestler or a fan, friend that asked for something. Like anybody ever come up to you and be like, hey, call FaceTime Vince McMahon right now. Like
I know one if you don't have one.
No.
But no, Bill, you have a really good one. She told the story where you were backstage. I forget what it was, but in the locker room, somebody was like, "Are you ready to fight these guys? Because they're not gonna, work with us." Who was that? Was that like? Do you remember the story you told? You were tagging with somebody, and then you guys got out there, and it just turned into like all hell broke loose.
Well, that happened. I don't know what time.
Yeah, I know that was like every week.
No,
let's get back and listen.
No stories that I'd care to say.
Okay. Hey, I got some news.
Break it.
So I finally talked my wife into letting me pierce my nose. So I'm piercing my nose.
Well, on that note,
So next week it's going to be even bigger.
Okay, so let me. Okay. Now.
Yes, he's doing it himself.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Why?
It's just something I always wanted to do, and then we got the show coming up, and I was like, you know what?
Okay. You got a show coming up. You're talking about this wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a 1 and out.
It's at least going to be a 2 and out.
All intents and purposes, it could be a 1 and out, or it may not happen at all.
With the quernavodka, you never know.
So, with all the things you do have going on, and your lovely wife by your side, and perception being reality in this day and age, do professional men have their noses pierced?
Well, no, I'm not going to have it on for professional things. Like I can't even wear it at my work. And
then why do it?
It's one of those bucket list things.
No.
Ear pierced like you, but I don't have it.
The bucket list is having. I can't even say it. No.
You might not want to say it. This is a family show.
I got my nose pierced in Cancun. Me and Rey Mysterio.
Did you really?
Yeah, we got our noses pierced in Cancun.
Wow.
We got back to the States. We were working. I was working with the Steiner brothers. Rick Steiner goes, "What the hell is that?" He goes, "Is that a diamond in your nose?" Yeah. Boom. Punched it right through.
Oh, right through you.
And it hurt. But I never thought about putting it in again.
Okay, well, I'm going to take it out when I'm around you.
That's my nose piercing story.
Wow. Did anybody ever get a piercing or tattoo that, somebody just decided to slap them or hit it?
Oh, I was the king.
Oh, really?
I was the king. Oh, fresh earrings? Yeah. Fresh ink? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, did that ever go into a shoot and people get pissed?
Oh, yeah. If you had stitches, if you had a bruise, if you had something that was bothering you, if you told me, I'm coming.
Wow.
Oh,
now, did you ever have to pay to get somebody's tattoo fixed?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would never pay it either.
I had a hockey game and I had just gotten my Italian flag, and I was one of the bigger guys for hockey, and so it was let's go after that guy. So I came in, my arm was all bandaged up. I couldn't even wear my suit jacket because it was hurting. So the guys from the other team, while we were waiting for our locker rooms to open up, saw it and they're like, well, "We're just gonna go after this guy's arm because he's hurt." So I get back to the locker room after the game, and I have red and green ink just pouring down my arm, and I had to go get it touched up. So I can only imagine if a wrestler on TV got that. Oh.
Bill, you know what Maury told me? he told me his face was really bothering him. He has a bruise, and the next time you see him, it may
Jimmy, it
Just to-
started in my face, but after talking with you, it worked its way down a little bit. I love that. That's a Fred Sanford line. I can't even take credit for that one.
Did you hear your wiener line on TV? Yeah. Almost, yeah.
Billy, thanks for the contribution this week. Keep them coming.
Maury said, thanks for the contribution this week.
Billy, you're to replace your dad.
He's gonna tag in.
Shaking his head. So I'm excited to see where this wrestling show takes you. I hope it works out.
Thanks, man. I
I
appreciate
mean
it.
that sincerely. I hope it works out.
Thanks, man. I
Or
really.
would you take a bump for Bill?
Now let me ask you this, Jimmy. Why at the 1 hour mark are you so quick to kick us off of this?
Normally, normally I will continue to talk. Tonight is, other things going on, that preclude me, and I want to give you guys 150% of my time, and I've already.
Well, you never give us that much. I'm just kidding.
But every week you go, well, how close are we to being done?
Fine, we'll sit here and talk.
No, don't get hot.
There's no hot. I'm not hot. I am not hot.
Did you see? I got nothing. All right, listen. Good news is this week we fed 2 fire stations.
Yeah, talk about that because I saw it on Facebook, but I would have loved to elaborate.
So the foundation, right? We talk about and as Jimmy knows, we talk about what and we say it all the time. What can we still be doing in the community? And while there's not a lot of presentations going on, and we can't gather in crowds and drop the knowledge, we're constantly working on our materials here, and then the things as we're putting them out into the next school year. And then one of the things was, well, wait a minute, we support law enforcement and everything as it is. Well, let's set up with a different place every week.
Oh wow! So once a week?
So once a week we go and we set it up with a different fire station. This Friday we will be going to Advent Health and feeding all the nurses on duty.
Jimmy's friend will be there.
But we want, we just want the community to know we're still there. And because it's not what we want from them. It's what can we do for you guys? So when we get to go to a fire station, and like today we went to Station 66 over on the east side of Orlando. And there's 10 men getting ready to go on a 4-day run. And you bring them some pizzas and wings and just thank them for what they're doing. Everybody's got their mask on. You take a quick picture and then we get out of town and let them do their thing. But it's just another way for us to thank, and we talk about it as the 3 of us talk about it every time we can. It's just another way to say thank you, and it's to remind people that there are people out there thinking about them, and if the very least we can do is call you up and, okay, hey, this Saturday you guys plan on pizza and wings on us. And they go, well, shit, okay. And it's a bunch of grown men and women that are sincerely happy that you came there, thought about them, and you're feeding them.
Yep.
So, we'll go meet the nurses this week. And, unfortunately, you hand it off. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
But we'll go to Advent Health, and we're just going to make our rounds to wherever it takes us, but as a foundation. This isn't a DeMott thing. This is a foundation thing.
Yep.
So we're really happy about that. It just sets the tone, man, and as things happen. So we'll be presenting a check this week to Second Harvest Food Bank for the T-shirts that we did sell this month on the sale. So while it wasn't the shirts that we counted on selling, we still have a nice check for the foundation. We'll still put in a nice check to Second Harvest.
Is there still time to buy shirts for people who want to buy shirts?
Yeah, it's still the shirts are available on our website under swag, I think it is.
And that's Keri and DeMott. What's the website?
It's www.thekerryandemottfoundation.com. And for what we did with Second Harvest was we dropped the T-shirts down to $20, and then $5 from every shirt from that goes to Second Harvest Food Bank.
That's
So,
awesome.
you know,
What would be,
people, it's kind of really neat because people were getting emails and requests for the bracelets and the key rings and for the decals and the shirts. And, you know, it's hard to think that we're still in our infancy in this, you know?
yeah, it's crazy. You're still technically brand new in the world of.
Yeah. So, but, you know, we're in the community letting people know we're with you and we appreciate what they're doing. And we got a great partner that we hope to be doing a lot more with is Goodfellas Pizza right here out of Orlando down on Colonial.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Goodfellas is a good family-owned place. Pam and that crew, we've gotten to know very well, and we partner with them, and their heart is with the military and the first responders.
Nice.
So, you know, as we get to know people, and Lacey built that relationship, and so hats off to Goodfellas as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. We'll see if we can put up the link for them for this show.
Now we're gonna figure out when we. Now the running joke is we're gonna go feed the UCF PD.
Yeah, listen, I had
But on campus. Nothing.
Well, I thought it was good.
I thought it was funny.
What people don't realize is, like, you know, especially we're a group of Italians over here, but I think it stands true for everybody. Like, you don't have to go write somebody a check for $5 million, but how much a meal goes, especially in this day and age where you're stuck on bologna sandwiches because you got to eat and run and you can't make food. You can't.
Yeah. And while they eat good and they cook for themselves, each fire station they cook for themselves, and you know, I'm sure nurses get sick of Chick-fil-A and whatever they're making, even though they're eating healthy. The fact that someone is thinking of them and bringing them that stuff, that's the smile. That's what we care about. That's the relationship that we've built, and we build it with law enforcement. And so we're going to make our rounds and just to let people know, you know, it's just not once a year. Okay, the walk got canceled. It's not like, okay, we'll talk to everybody next year. No.
Postponed.
We'll see you next week. Right, it's postponed. So we got
canceled.
We got some things coming up for that. And listen, man, every day we get to talk and do these shows, and so it's good stuff.
That's right.
I'm excited.
This was a great show.
This was a fantastic show.
Another pandemic episode.
Bill, are you still waking up every morning and watching the comedy specials?
I didn't watch any comedy specials. I get stuck on the weekends, on my Sundays, before watching church. I'm a huge Duck Dynasty guy.
That's topical right now. If you heard what happened,
I read that. Yeah.
The guy said he was drunk, and that's why he did it. I'm glad they
hear that a lot.
Yeah. So you know, I still like I still like the bloopers and all that kind of stuff. So I'm still hooked on that.
Ty's the best.
Just dumb things that make me laugh and take your mind off of things. You know.
That's it. That's why I love the Marx Brothers, Three Stooges, and Sanford and Son. Those are and the Monsters.
I want to watch Abbott and Costello, the Abbott and Costello shows.
Yeah. Those guys, they were great, and they have so much material. Three Stooges, they don't have as much, but Abbott and Costello, their stuff, and then they cross over with so many different other shows. We can
Abbott and Costello stuff now and put it into our show.
Yeah, I think we're kind of already ripping them off a bit without knowing.
Once we get all in the same group, oh yeah.
So
happening.
So everybody's good this week. No big plans.
No big plans. That's it. Same stuff.
Just be safe, man. It's getting close. They're talking about opening some things at the end of this month.
Yeah. So, I saw an update today. It seems like they're still not ready to open because they need more testing. Do you? But I was working, so I didn't.
I think that's the thing. They're talking about it. They still may postpone it, but I have a feeling they're going to leave it up to the individuals in some of these shops and stuff, because I know Lacey's kind of getting prepared to if she goes back on May 4th.
Okay, that's wow. Yeah.
Opening, right? They're talking about, opening the salons and things. But even to Lacey's point, she's not booking it like she was before, and it's one person at a time, not sitting there waiting another person, and not the regular salon kind of thing. But I urge people to still, just because you're told it's okay, I urge people,
Be cautious.
that doesn't mean everything's back to normal. So if you listen, schools are closed, so clearly things aren't back to normal.
Yeah, Disney's closed, losing $30 million a day plus.
Disney's
Things are off.
closed. These things are closed, so it'll be good for some people to get back to it. While I agree with that, you got to be smart.
Yeah, because this thing, it takes only a couple people to set this whole thing back off all over again.
Heaven forbid it gets any closer to us than it's gotten, and we're talking about family or friends or someone. It goes back to as the three of us know, it goes back to decisions.
It does. Everything goes to that.
Everybody be smart and stay healthy and do the right things and try to have some fun in betweens.
That's right.
Amen.
Do a podcast show with Bill DeMott. You'll have so much fun. Well, the nice thing is, while we're waiting for everything to clear up, we have been able to push out a little bit more content per week. So that's fun, and I'm sure in a couple of days we'll be able to do another bonus episode this week if you guys are down.
Yeah, I like the 2 a week. I think it's cool.
I
think it's great.
Yeah.
So, I'm down.
Until somebody actually writes a comment of, "We've had enough of you three."
Yeah.
I'm waiting I want to see a fish come out of my shirt.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if Jaws was going to pop out. But where do you stand on Jaws, guys? I love that movie.
Great movie.
Best movie ever made for $10,000. What they spend $100,000?
Yeah, the budget was so small.
Mainly
went into that damn animatronic.
Roy Scheider. That guy's a wash up. Throw him in there. That Dreyfus will never amount to anything. Let's use
young, balding, curly-haired guy.
Love it, man.
That guy. His best work is in What About Bob, though. Let's be honest.
His best work is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I concede my What About Bob. Although that was good too.
What About Bob was good.
But him and Bill Murray actually hated each other, so it wasn't very hard.
But on screen, it was great.
Yeah, it really came through.
All right, boys.
All right, guys, be safe this week.
Much love.
Hey,
Yes.
hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. This is not how we close.
Oh, yeah. We were trying to get through, but.
So close. Okay.
Jimmy, now's your time to shine.
You called me on the phone again?
And that's another great episode of the Magic Through Wrestling podcast. And as always, if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. 4 words. 4 words. We're going to do 4 words this week. Call Bill on his phone.
Damn.
5 words.
5 words. Whatever. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.